Hi everyone, welcome to this new video where I show you how to do this pattern. This is done with Tunisian crochet, the Tunisian simple stitch, and it's very easy and I show you how to do this. Before we start doing this, if you have never done Tunisian crochet, then please watch my video in which we made this little sample, and it's really easy to do. But for this project we will do a type of entrelac. Is it really entrelac? No, let's call it horizontal entrelac. And what we'll do, we will work, here's our first block, and then we will do this block and then this block, and then we do this and this. And well, there are other ways in which you can achieve it, because when you would simply work in rows, then you can also do this. But well, I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks in a row of this this project here. So then you would need to have 10 balls of yarn in a row. And well, maybe you know me about the interlocking crochet videos and patterns, and there I work with 2 colors and just work with 1 color in each row. And well, if I would want to do something with 3 colors, 4 colors, then I well, I simply don't like it very much, because you have to most of the time untangle things, and you have all these balls of yarn, and well, not really my thing. But well, the advantage of this is that you simply have 1 ball to work with, and well, I really like that. So and like you have these 2 colors of this color here that is here and also used here. If you would do this in just 1 row, you would need 2 balls, or you have to create 2 balls of 1 skein. And then well, now you can just do the first block and then do this color and then do this color and then reuse this color again, and just 1 ball. So that is the nice thing about doing it this way. Another thing that I would like to mention is that I do things a little bit differently than other crocheters that also do this horizontal type of entrelac, and I will show you. Because when I was first practicing myself a little bit, and then I started looking at it, and okay, there are some errors here, but well, that's not what I want to talk about. Please don't look at them. But when I looked at it, I was not super pleased with it, because yeah, there was something, and I started to see what was annoying me. And I figured it out, because here, when you look at these rows here, they are all very neatly on top of each other, and then you go to the next row and next color, and well, it kind of is in the same row, but it looked more a bit in the middle of these 2 loops. But I noticed that here the colors, the block shifted kind of, because here you have that last loop here, it's on the left side of this one. And for when I do my video for left-handers, it's on the right side. So And I didn't want that. I wanted the last loop also to continue here. And I started trying things out, and well, I will show you. And well, I don't know if I have reinvented the wheel, but well, I got what I wanted. And here you see, when you look at that row of loops here and that row of orange loops, they continue, they continue, they continue. And here also at the end, the blocks really end at the same position. Nothing is shifted. We will be making a row next to this block here on this side. And first I would like to show you something. We will work into the side here, and here you see the V shapes here. We have made 7 rows here in that initial block, and here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 V stitches on the side. Well, we will be working through this loop here, but also we will also pick up that little bump here at the back. Here, I hope you can see it here and here. So when we will work into that, we will work into it like this. This also makes that this front loop here is saved, and this is important because this is what I do differently than some other crocheters, because you see a lot of time that the other people work under these 2 loops here, and then you will lose that loop here. And as you can see here, when you look at the width that is between this loop and this loop, it is quite the same as between these 2 vertical bars. So that is why I want to save that vertical bar, and so that I can also continue working on it under it when we come to the next block. So that is really important. And well, let's start doing this. And where's the start of my yarn? Here's the start of my yarn. For this block we had 9 chains here, and now we will do 8. And why that is, you will see that in a moment. Well, when you have to attach your yarn, when we did the 9 chains here and we work back we skipped 1 stitch, so it leaves an opening here, and we work into that opening and pick up our yarn here. And now we will do 8 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, when I did this, I worked into the top loops of my foundation row. If you have worked into the bumps on the back with this block, then also do this for the next blocks. But I didn't do that, and so I will work back now. And again, I skip that first stitch, and then I insert my hook here, and I start pulling up my loops. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and you can simply pull the yarn end here to close the gap a little bit, but that will also be handled when finishing the project. Well, and this time we will work under this loop here. So we have now 2, 4, 6, 8, and we need one more. So we will work here under this loop and pick up also that bump here on the back. And we pull up loop now, and now we have 9 on our hook. And then we will do our return pass, but there's something different here. Do not do your first stitch under just one loop. Go right away to working under 2 loops. So here, under 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is our first row. Well, let's do our next row. Work under that second loop. Do not ever work in that first one, unless there is maybe a special reason to do that. But here I have now 3, 4, 5 loops on our hook, 6, 7, 8, and then again we need our ninth loop, and again work under that back loop here, pick up that loop, that bump here also, so it makes it more firm, and then work back. And something that I forgot to mention is that when I work into that work under these first this stitch here is a bit tighter than the rest, because I like it better to have it slightly tighter than the rest, so you avoid large loops on the sides. But well, it's a little side note. So again, work to the back, and I will show you one more row, and then 2 loops on our hook, 3 loops on our hook, and well, here this yarn, the combination actually for this yarn and this pointy hooks is not super ideal, but well, it works fine. I tend to use my thumb to push that loop here on my hook so that it doesn't split easily, so that helps too. So again, we have 2, 4, 6, 8. Again, work into that side here, pick up that bump here, pull up a loop, and then this first stitch I make it a little tighter than the rest. I have the idea that that gives just a slightly better look. So what I will do next, I will continue, and then I will show you the last row and how to do the bind off row and continue with the next block. I have done 6 rows now, and well, let's do that last row together, and then I will tell you something about how it looks, and well, let's first do that because crocheting and talking together is not my strongest point. So yeah, splitting my yarn again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my hook, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And well, if you have done quite some blocks, you actually stop counting. Well, that happened to me because, you know, you start to see where your last row is and where your last stitch here is. And, you know, at the start, yes, you will count a lot, but in the end, you will just see where to work. And here we have come to the last position where you have to work into, and you will recognize this because here you have your last row here, and then you see, oh well, this is my last one, and you know, you just see it, so you don't have to count and well, work under this here and then work the return pass, and then I will show you what to do next. So almost at the end here. Well, if you look at my sample, you see here that our next block that we have to do is here, because what the dark blue block here is what is yellow here. I start to stumble over my words. And now we have done this block, but I'm now at this point. So I want to go to this position because I want to start my next row, and I also want to start continuing this on this side. So let's show you what to do. And actually it's the same as we did here with a bind off row. So we work under that second stitch here, we pick up a loop and we pull through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is our last vertical bar here of this block. And then I have to go to the next block, and well, here comes the trick. I work right away under that first loop here of this block. So it's just like continuing. If this would have been yellow, yeah, and of the same block, it would be similar. So, you know, it wasn't really that hard to figure it out in the end. So that is the end of this block here. And now we will continue with this block here. So this last loop here is the first loop of our new block. So let's continue, and do not work under these two loops because that is what I did with that other version, but work under this loop here. And well, let's show you right away what it does, because this creates a bump at the back. But you know, it doesn't bother me because the effect at the front is, yeah, really, really nice. So, well, let's just do it this way. And then we have 3, 4, 5. And again, do not split the yarn. Like I said, the combination of this hook with the really pointy point in combination with this yarn is maybe not the most ideal, but okay. Well, 2, 4, 6, 8 loops on our hook, so we have to get our next loop on our hook. Then again we turn over to this side here and we pick up the loop here, and now we have a block, and here all these blocks at this side, they need that extra stitch on the side. So like we did our first block in the tutorial, we work under this first one and then on the 2, and then on the 2 all the way down till the end. So keep in mind that you have to do that special stitch, that return stitch. And well, I will show you one more time. I will work under this one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then just again look at your stitches. Here are the horizontal loops, here's the vertical loop, and then also pick up that loop at the back here and do the first one just under that first loop, and then you continue working under 2 loops. And well, let's finish this row and tell you what will be next. So I will continue this block, and then again I will do 7 rows, and then I will do my finishing row, and then I will do one more time a block here that has a starting block where I have to set up with the chains, and then we have this block where we have where we continue working like this, and then here that last block, and I will go quickly through them. And when you are finished with the number of rows at the, or the number of blocks at the bottom, sorry, then you have to go up. So you won't continue making more blocks on this side, but work vertical. And I will also show you how to do that. I've done 7 rows now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now I will do my bind off row, but first a little tip. If you have trouble identifying in which loop you have to work when you do your next block here, then look now and see where that last side is here, and you can put in a marker here. And now let's do our bind off row, and it's just like the bind off row that we did here and here. So here we work under that loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have to do one more in the side. And when I've put a marker here, I always try to see if I can work under it, so I don't have to take it out. But well, most of the time that is yeah, quite easy, like now. Sometimes I have to take it out. So well, this was our last stitch of this block. So I will show you one more time how to start a new block on this side, work for it, then work from this block to this block, and also do the last block, and then I will show you how to do working vertical when you have done all your blocks that you want to have horizontally. Now let's add our third block here, and that is actually the same as what we did here when we did our second block. So let's take this bright yellow orange yarn here, and then again search for that opening of your setup, your foundation chain, and pull up a loop here, and then make 8 chains again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and take a good look at the side of your previous block. Here you see where the first stitches that you have to work into, and then we work back again and pull up our loops. So we skip the first stitch, we pull up a loop here, so now we have 2 on our hook, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have to make our 9th stitch. So insert here, and well, you know it by now how to do this, and then work under 2 right away, and keep working under 2 until the end. And well, when you have done this, simply continue working this block until you are have done 7 rows again, and then I will show you what to do next. I have done my 6 rows, and I've started my 7th one, and again I want to show you that well, if you just look at your work, you hardly have to count, and this is the 7th row of our previous block, or that row block here, and then you see this is the loop here, and pick up that loop and the bump here, so you know now automatically that you have done your last row for this block as well. And I will show you one more time how to move from this block to the other block here, and just simply do a bind off row, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now we have to continue with the next block, and here you see that top row here, and this here on the side, this is the loop that we want to grab. So we first have to finish our orange block here, so now that is finished, and now we have also made a start for the next block, and I will show you how to work into that side of that other yellow block. So here we have 4, 5, 6, and then 7, it doesn't want to, and then 8. And now when you have to work into that next side. You have to decide where to work into, and if you have trouble recognizing this is a hard word for our Dutchies. You just take a look at the side here, and when you look at the second row, you see here this loop here, and then the loop below it here belongs to that first row. So here, pick up that loop and pick up that bump at the back as well. And well, like I said, the first stitch I like to work a little bit tighter and simply work on the two all the way around, until the end. And well, you know what to do next, and you will do the same when you get here. But remember, this is a side block again that you will make here. So when you do your return pass, start with working under one loop and then all the way under two until the end of the row. And well, I will show you also a little bit how to work of how to start the next block if you want to start on top of this one. So instead of making an extra block here, how to work into this one, and this is quite easy. So I will do a little bit more and I will come back to you. I have not finished my blocks yet because it's becoming very late today, and I already recorded a lot because I also do this for my Dutch channel in Dutch. So I do everything twice, and it's getting late. So the thing I wanted to show you now is how to continue when you just want to work upwards, and it's really, really easy. What I do is I kind of do what I have been doing, and that is working under that loop here and pick up that back bump and simply pull up a loop here, and then I pick up the second loop, and I guess you know by now what I will do, and then I will also show you that corner again. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you have this side again. So if you want to identify which loop you have to work into, well, I always look at the one that is a little bit slanted, but if you have difficulty finding the loop, then it helps sometimes to take a look at the second row, and here is the loop of the second row here of the V-stitch on the side, and then here below it is the one that is from the first row, and work under that loop again, and also that back bump, and not split the yarn, and then pull up the loop, and that first one I also do a little bit tight like I showed you earlier, and work under 2 loops all the way until the end. And here, well, just pull it here, and then that will be okay when you finish off the yarns. And well, this is how it all goes. So you can now finish your block, and you can make your a big scarf or whatever you like. And well, that's for now. I will also have another video, but that will be a little bit later, where I show you more design options, because we have all these square blocks here, but there are other options that you can do to make it really a fun design. And well, that will be later, because I also want to work on a design sheet, so you can make your own designs with coloring. So, well, that being said, then I want to ask you again, if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on anything. And when you also click that bell, and then I will see you back in a next video. And then I almost forgot. When you have finished your block and or your project, then simply you see it curls, but do borders around it. Here I did simply do 2 rows of single crochets. I had to go down with my size of crochet hooks because I used my normal crochet hooks for doing that border. So well, see what works best for you so it doesn't curl or pull in, and that will really help stop the curling. And well, that was actually all that I wanted to add. And again, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on the next things, because I will do more things with the design options. And well, see you back in the next video.